As we commemorate the 1976 June 16 protests by students and their heroic contribution to the liberation of South Africa, let's not forget the role of women in the struggle, which sometimes tends to be erased from our national memory and, I guess, the public discourse. 44 years after the historic events of June 1976, we remember the stories of brave young men of that generation, but seldom do we hear of the young women who fought alongside many of them. One of them is Pauline Buyeye-Mohale, who was very active in the 1976 uprising, and she was arrested by police and was part of the Pretoria 12 that consisted of 1 woman and 11 men. She was tortured and held in solitary confinement for about 2 years and escaped narrowly death row for her convictions. As you can see, she joins us now live via our Skype line to reflect on this day, given her positionality. Pauline, thanks very much for your time and welcome to the AM report. Perhaps as a start, it really is, I guess, quite disheartening in some instances that we mark 44 years of the uprising with a spike, it seems, in the number of femicides in the country, abuse against women. Let me start by just getting your reflections on this day, given where we are today.
Thank you for having me. This day in 1976, 16 June, it was a cold morning. The day was planned prior that today there will be a march, but our parents and most of the community didn't know, but the students knew. We marched from Naledi High, Morris Isaacson, and up to when we about to reach Orlando West, the police started shooting. They poured tear gas on us. It was a peaceful march. There, Hastings fell, but Hastings was discovered a few days after. Hector Peterson was shot. We saw what happened. And all of us, we were scattered all over the place with tear gas. We couldn't breathe. We couldn't do anything. So I was involved in the recruitment department. After the uprising, the police started looking for leaders and also killing each and every student and everyone.
Yes. And Pauline, when you look back on those moments and then you take time to look back on, I guess, what young people are going through today, what are some of the most, I guess, salient concerns that come up for you? I mean, what are you most worried about given the sacrifices you've made back then when you look at young people today?
I'm worried about the young people because they don't understand what we went through. Because I don't blame them. We blame ourselves because we never educated them. And again, what is happening at the moment, it's like the black child is being drawn to wrong things. They are involved in many drinking and misuse of the resources and misuse of whatever opportunities that they have. But anyway, that is not their problem. The problem is us who didn't teach them. The problem is about us who we never groom our children, because when we thought we got freedom and we started trying to make our children to be better than us. We wanted the best from our children. We never gave ourselves time for our children to educate them, to tell them that they have to work hard for everything that they get. We started giving them all these luxurious things and starting to forget about the location. We started relocating to higher places where we live in luxury. And now the young students, the young children, they are open for misuse by drug dealers. You find out now that the way they don't value anything, they even kill each other, and they are being used for fiction among ourselves. The young children are being used, unfortunately, and this must come to an end. The resources should be available for them. Institutions should be available. For example, you find young girls concentrating on blessers, which is not the right thing. And I'm saying to the men out there that please, if we've got money, invest it in an organization, and please don't even show yourself to the people, to the vulnerable children, if you want to help them, because now they fall to whatever is happening. Look, now the children are being killed, hanged, and and there's no law that helps us to stop that. Other countries, they don't stand for even 1 minute when a woman is killed, especially a woman who is pregnant. They will shoot you next to everyone so that it should stop. It must never happen again.
Right. Well, thanks for giving us your reflections on this important day, and may we never forget the many sacrifices that you, alongside many other women, have made to get us to where we are. Thank you very much indeed for your time. Ma'am Pauline Buyeye-Mohale is one of the women who was part of the 1976 uprising. In fact, she's part of the Pretoria 12, and in fact was the only woman in that pack who was tried during that period.